Author and life coach Sparkle Lindsay, she's here to tell you change is good.
For a lot of people, they're still struggling. We're still dealing with a pandemic. The new year didn't necessarily refresh their life and their outlook on life. What can we do to stay focused on those goals and be positive?
Well, the first thing that you want to do is you usually want to find 5 things in life that you either want to quit or you want to advance. Okay. And once you find those 5 things, make them an intention, make them a practice daily for yourself. And then as you're going through those things that you're quitting or advancing, celebrate yourself daily in that success. You know, when you're working extra hard, it's very difficult right now with the pandemic going on, and it's very hard to find something to hold on to give us that New Year's feeling. But if we celebrate ourselves daily with the smaller wins and we continue to let those grow, then you can see yourself in the moment versus where you need to be in the future. And those will help you make your goals a lot faster. They've definitely helped me make them.
Absolutely. And that right there is good advice. I've been hearing and just talking to some of my friends and stuff, anxiety and stress is at an all-time high. When you're dealing with that, how do you stay healthy and do away with just bad habits?
You know, a big portion is habits are normal. Bad habits, I kind of just call them, they are what they are. Either they're lessons or they're things we have to learn. But one of the biggest pieces on anxiety or just feeling overwhelmed, when that happens, you know, write down 5 things you're grateful for. I don't mean just 5 things like, oh, I'm grateful for, you know, the coffee I had today, although that is a great one as well for me. But
Yes.
really major gratefuls. Okay. So write down 5 major things you're grateful for. And whenever you feel that anxiety, you feel overwhelmed, you feel like there's chaos arising, pull out those 5 gratefuls, pull them out your pocket and read them to yourself. Take 3 deep breaths, slow yourself down, and bring yourself back to the moment. And if you do that,
Yeah.
that definitely will help you with that anxiety that we all feel every day, all day. And we
Yeah.
use it sometimes as a reason to not be okay, but instead fuel it by using those gratefuls to help you take yourself out of that overwhelming feeling.
Yeah, you know what, I'll say that does work because I've had discussions with you before and you told me to write down that little piece of paper and it just made everything go away when you look at it. You are a huge believer in self-care. You say do it for yourself because it really helps. Why is that?
Well, you know, there's oftentimes we're pulled all over the place because we allow it. One thing we can't do is allow people to take us away from what makes us whole. So remember, when you're dealing with your self care, it's also filling up your cup, it's filling up your temple. And so, if you are not practicing self care on a regular basis, I really suggest and recommend placing it into your routine on a daily basis. Use little pieces of that, even if it's 15 minutes of self care, just to do a quick meditation. It can really, really help you throughout your day. Making sure you eat is a form of self care. You know, making sure that you give yourself positive affirmations daily. These are forms of self care so that you can remind yourself how great you are daily. These things are huge, and self-care alone is something it's normally neglected. But now that the pandemic has really hit us, the first thing we have to do is hold space for ourselves and take time with ourselves to do the things we love to do.
Yes, we definitely do. And just take that time to go away from it all. Okay, Sparkles, I want you to tell us quickly about your book. Now, this is a great way to learn more about you and get that advice. Being a better me for me.
Yes, being a better me for me. It started with me being, I am a national certified recovery coach for alcohol and addiction, and I also train recovery coaches. And I had so many clients asking how they could be a better version of themselves that I ended up writing it as just a little pamphlet or a memo, and it turned into a small pocket guide to help people be a better version of themselves. And so with that, there's a lot of tips and tricks that you can use daily to give yourself a little bit of sunshine each day. This will help you also continue anywhere in your journey, not just the New Year's, but also,
Mhm.
in the middle of the year. You can use these tips and tricks to help yourself throughout the day and throughout the year. So, definitely a great book, a great read, and it actually has a workbook to go with it as well.
I love it.
And you can find Sparkle Lindsay's book, Being a Better Me for Me, on Amazon, and visit her website, sparklelindsay.com, or follow her on social media at Sparkle Lindsay. Great name, Sparkle.